Today's a big day, guys. You see all that space up there? There's a mess on the floor that is gonna go up there. And only with about $100 of wood, I'm gonna be able to put a huge 16-foot long by 4-foot wide shelf above this garage door to completely clean up this garage. I'm gonna get everything off the floor and up into the shelving unit organized so that way the garage is more usable and I can finally park a car in here. Every garage is different, but I do have free plans to this build in the description. If you wanna download it, check it out. You can see exactly how I put everything together, make it easy on yourself. I'm gonna build this so that I can hold a lot of weight very safely. I'm going to reinforce everything. My kids walk underneath here, so I'm gonna really overbuild this. All you building professionals, let me know in the comments if it's okay to screw things into the header, but I'm not gonna chance it. I'm gonna make my own header above this header. Then I'm gonna run the shelf out from there. But to do that, I'm gonna use a 2x4 because I wanna lay 2x4s on their side. I do have these two triangle like supports in the middle here I do have to worry about. I'll just cut a little square out of the plywood sheets that I'm using for the shelf at the end so that they fit around it. But for now, I'm just gonna measure the distance between these two garage supports, and then I can get my 2x4s cut down to size. So let's knock that out real quick. So much stuff. Gosh. I don't think that's supposed to be that loose. I should probably fix that. 62 1/4. So we're gonna cut 3 2x4s at those 3 lengths. So follow me to the miter saw. Sweet. That fits perfectly. So fastening the header to the wall, it's gonna sit on top of the garage door header itself. I'm using 3-inch screws to fasten it to the wall. There's gonna be nothing pulling it away from the wall. All the pressure and weight is pushing down on it. Now, something to keep in mind is that we're screwing this in and it needs to go into the stud behind it. So you have to subtract the 5/8 of an inch of sheetrock between the header and the stud behind the wall. Gonna be using some bigger screws though, longer, heftier, much stronger screws going into the ceiling and the side because all the weight is going to be pulling down on the ceiling. So let's go ahead and drive these 3-inch screws and get the header in place. All right, we've got the header or wall support installed. So now I'm going to measure 4 feet from the top all the way out to about here. The previous owners did not have the ceiling of the garage painted. It looked exactly like this when I moved in. So I don't have to mark the studs, but make sure you mark the studs. You need the support on the ceiling to be screwed to the studs. I'll show you what screws I'm going to use. So these screws right here are 5/16 by 5 1/8 inch GRK fasteners, basically big Spax bolts. Are they overkill? Probably, but I'm okay with that, and this was intentional because this is a high traffic area. Obviously my cars are going to be underneath here, but more importantly, my family's going to be walking under here all the time. I don't want to even have a doubt in my mind that this thing is going to move, let alone fall down. So we're going to way over engineer this, use full 2x4s. We're not ripping anything down. And we're going to use these GRK fasteners. Again, these are 5 1/8 inch long by 5/16 in diameter, and they are the pan head. So they're going to hold that board on the ceiling. So what I'm going to do on the ceiling is measure 4 feet out, and then I'm going to run another 2x4, fastening it to the studs with these GRK fasteners. So let's go ahead, blow our shoulders up, get up there and fasten a 2x4 to the ceiling. Nice. All right, hardest part done. I really took my time and made sure I hit studs on all of these. These things are going absolutely nowhere.
If you guys are new here, my name is Jordan Berry. I started Guardian Woodworking because I got tired of sitting at a desk and I wanted to build and create more. My goal is to take simple materials and turn them into cool, practical projects, and I provide free plans for every single build in every video. So if you like free plans, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and follow along.
So I was trying to come up with an easy way to mount this up there, and what I think I'm gonna do is build 2 4x8 frames that we can set the sheathing on top of. So what I'm gonna do now is build 2 4x8 frames, but I'm gonna leave one side without a 2x4. That way I can mount it to that plate that we put on the wall support over there above the garage door. So I'm gonna start cutting these down to size. I'm gonna put probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cross beams or supports underneath the sheathing. So we're gonna cut that down too. I'm gonna pre-drill for these so that I don't split the wood. Then I'll attach all the ends of those support pieces to the 2x4. and then I can take it up the ladder and put them up one at a time. All right, we've got the preliminary screws all set. Here's the brace that I'm using to hold it at the height out here. Everything, we'll just put some 3-inch deck screws in at an angle on all the bottom braces into that wall plate. I measured from the ceiling all the way down to the bottom, and it is 37.5 inches, or just over 37.5, 37 5/8. So I'm gonna cut 3 37.5-inch 2x4s to run from the ceiling all the way down to the shelving frame. Just like that, guys, we have it. That thing is solid. So first, before we move on to the next step, I'm gonna reinforce everything with some short timber screws. I'll show those to you first. They're 4 inches long, and I'm gonna use these to reinforce all of the joints from the hanging pieces there. So let's go ahead and get these installed in the top. And once we get one whole left side done, I'm just gonna do the exact same thing to the right side. So I changed my mind. I'm gonna back these out, the 2 deck screws, I think, and then I'm gonna run timber screws in both of those holes because I want 2 timber screws in the top, just because it'll make me feel better. Wow, thing is solid. Not quite. Almost. Oh, darn it. My pocket's got me. No excuses. Have to get it. There it is. That's what I'm talking about. So we got the frame up, as you can see there. Now, we're going to put the sheathing up, which is right down there. And I haven't test fitted it or anything yet. That's what we're about to do. But there are a couple things that I have to keep in mind here. And your garage could be completely different. But I have these couple, I keep talking about these supports. But we have to put the sheathing in around those. I'm gonna get up there, measure out along the back, and then make marks basically, and then use a jigsaw probably to cut out the holes for the sheathing, and we'll see if this thing works. Here's the 1/2-inch sheathing I'm using. You can use whatever sheet good you want, OSB, thicker, thinner, shelf at your own risk. This is gonna be the bottom of the sheet, and looking at the angle it's gonna go in, I'm gonna mark in 65 inches, whoa, 65 1/4, I believe is what I said. All right, here's the shape I need to cut out, so now I'm just gonna use the jigsaw. What happened? I'm way off. Quick pause here. I gotta show you this because it's hilarious. I mean, if we're not having fun while we're doing this, we might as well not do it. So let me show you what happened here. So I'm up here measuring from the furthest point of the furthest 2x4 all the way down to this piece here, right? And I line it up and I'm looking at the measurement and I read the tape upside down. So see how it says 59? Well, I saw 65 in my brain. Hopefully that doesn't mean I have a problem. But regardless, I saw 65. So I'm like, oh, okay, 65.5. That's where I want to cut it. Well, it needed to be 59.5. So I was off by 6 inches. Anyways, that's why we measure twice and we cut once. In this case, I'm measuring thrice and cutting twice. So I'm just gonna grab the jigsaw and fix it right there. Cut another hole. We'll have a bit of a 6-inch gap there, but I'll cover it up with some bins and stuff. And no biggie. You're not even gonna know. You're not even gonna know. It's my garage, so whatever. Anyways. First try. Sweet. All right, we're gonna cut the other one. We'll speed through this process. Get it up here, get it in the hole. I'm gonna hit it right the first time on the second one. And then let's climb up on top and start fastening everything down. After getting the plywood up here and taking a look at it, I think I'm gonna go ahead and add 2 more supports underneath here per section, so 4 more boards total. I'm gonna take these 1¼ screws, probably put 4 down each side, a couple on the ends and a few in the middle here, just to make sure everything is in place, nothing moves on me. And then once this is done, we're getting real close to the end and we're gonna load it up, see how much stuff I can fit on here. I only put a couple screws here in the middle. You can see they're below the surface of the wood. That way everything up here can slide nice and easy. I was thinking if I wanted to, I probably could put like a little shelf or something up here. It'd be easier to put things on, but I don't think I will. But for right now, I'm thinking about actually continuing this all the way to the other side of the garage, since I have a 3rd stall over there with a bunch of wasted space up here. Let's go ahead and get some of this stuff from down there, put it up here. All right, we got the garage all organized, but I bet your pantry and your bathroom might still be a little bit messy. If you guys want to see more cool builds with free plans, check out the videos on the screen here. I'll see you guys in the next video.